So today, PJ and I are going to be playing a pretty cool matchup. I'm going to be playing Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX with Arceus VSTAR. And PJ, what are you playing today?
I'm actually doing the new reiteration of Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX, but now with Whimsicott VSTAR teched into it.
Yeah,
So
I
we're
think
gonna
that's going to be pretty
see
cool. So
how.
it's Ice Rider versus Shadow Rider,
Yeah,
V-Star versus V-Star. We figured even if it doesn't end up being an equal matchup because we're still trying to test these are early lists, early
right.
concepts. We're going to figure out exactly how it goes. Both of our lists
Exactly.
are available in the description along with translations for everything that we have going on. So if you don't know what's going on with Whimsicott, we'll let you know during this
Hmm.
video. But just kind of, you can always check it out on Poke Beach as well. My list is
Exactly.
inspired by Jesse Parker. I think us at Shuffle Squad, we try to let people know exactly where we get our inspirations from. So check out Jesse Parker on Twitter. They posted this Ice Rider list. I think I changed one or two cards, but great solid list.
Right.
Um, I also want to let everyone know we're currently live on the Shuffle Squad. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. If you're not watching this live, you're probably watching on the Zach Lesage channel. By all means, check out the Shuffle Squad. Also give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. But you can check my content and PJ's content out on the Shuffle Squad and my content out on my channel. That being said, PJ and I want to rush into the game. What do you want to call it, PJ?
I will call tails today. Let's see. Oh,
Heads. Perfect.
oh, it is heads.
The
Okay.
lucky dice.
The lucky
I will
dice.
go first, please.
Okay.
I think
Perfect.
it's better for this deck to go first. And let's peek and see if we have a good hand.
Oh, I do have a basic. I feel like this deck plays a lot of basics, so there's very little mulligan action happening here.
100%. 100%. Let's get these all set up. Couple common questions that people always ask us during the stream or during the video. Where do PJ and I, are we playing it together? No, we're playing far apart. You can see that my hands cut off magically here. So even though we're a while away, it's one of those things where through the technology of webcams, we can make things happen. I made these V-Star markers myself. They're not for sale. These are just for my own personal use because I didn't create those arts. These are from TC Evolutions. You can check out their website. We're not sponsored by them at this time. So let's flip over. I'm starting with the Sobble. Sobble
Nice.
Gang, Sobble Gang, Sobble Gang. Gonna pick up here. Honestly, I can't say that I dislike this or that if I like this or not. I can't tell. It's not bad. I'm gonna go with Quick Ball away at Melony.
Okay.
I'm gonna go through a healthy deck search here, but I think when it comes down to it, turn 2 Ice Rider is very hot.
Yeah.
I think
Having just Ice Rider in play the first turn of the game is very scary for your opponent depending on what they're playing.
oh yeah, we're gonna go Ice Rider Calyrex there.
Especially if you're water and discard too. Like having a water and discard knowing you're up against an Ice Rider deck, you know, they could just blow up your V the next
Oh
turn.
yeah, big facts. I don't think I want to do too much else when it comes down to this hand, except attach to this Ice Rider, and I'll pass my turn to you.
Okay, I will draw for turn. I'm gonna attach active here. I'm gonna put down a training court,
Sounds
and
good.
then I'm going to. I feel like we'll use Ultra Ball, and I'll discard a Psychic Energy, and then a Choice Belt from hand. Choice Belt is very good against specific matchups. I feel like I might not need it here because if we can get rolling with enough Shadow Riders, I think we just swing into Ice Riders and we're fine. So we're chilling right now. I'm actually going to search the deck, check my prizes here, see what I've got.
Yep. I mean, I think that's always a good point. No, it's actually really funny. Like while you go through that deck search, Ice Rider and Shadow Rider have both seen success during their playability. Kind of in the last format, Ice Rider was really close with Shadow Rider, but Shadow Rider typically had the favorable matchup even with Path. So it's gonna be really interesting to see if this finds out. Because I played Ice Rider for the Players Cup Invitational, and I played against Azul, and I lost against Azul, and he was playing Shadow Rider. So it's one of those things, like even as recent as like the Chilling Rain format, that was really tough. we'll have to see like if Ice Rider, because Ice Rider nowadays is kind of the more successful deck.
Correct. All right, so I can do some things here. I don't know if I want to waste a supporter right yet, but I will Crobat after we Ultra Balled. We're gonna use the Crobat and go in and draw 4 with Dark Asset. 1,
Sure.
2, 3, 4. Oh, that's kind of hot. We're gonna put down the Whimsicott V onto the bench. Whimsicott V has 2 attacks. 1 Fluffy Obstruction is what it's translated to currently. If the defending Pokemon's a basic, it can attack during your opponent's next turn. And then Cotton Guard for 90. And during your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 30 less damage from attack. So it's a little bit of a specific card. Now, this one seems a little odd, but I'm going to go ahead and research away my hand. Now, I do have a Boss, a Research, and a Shadow Rider VMAX, but I feel like getting set up when you have that Ice Rider out there is probably the best plan of action here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Seems very good to do that research. We're going to go in. I will be using the Quick Ball, another Psychic Energy into the bin, discard. This deck plays 14 Psychic Energies, so I feel like, yeah, it's a lot of energies, very theme deck-like.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm writing an article right now for TCG Park, and y'all should check that out, by the way, if you haven't checked out their website for some products for European players or players that live in Europe. But I was looking over how to build a deck because that's my intro to TCG article, and Pokemon recommends that you play like 12 to 15 energies in your deck, and I'm like, my Mew VMAX deck says otherwise, and my Ice Rider deck says otherwise, and Shadow Rider's like, nah, that's about right, fams. So.
Yeah, that sounds good. I am going to use the Training Court to get the Psychic Energy back to hand. Yep. And then I think I will use Shadow Mist for 10, preventing you from playing any special energies and or trainer or stadiums rather.
Stadiums, yeah. I'm gonna pick up for my turn.
Man, if we could block all trainers in this game.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. This is really tough because I'm about to lose another Melony, which I think is gross. So I'm going to go ahead and... I'm going to Drizzile first here.
Sure.
Maybe I go with something different. If I go ahead and... Well, the issue is just like I'm debating if I want to go for something as simple as a scoop up nets. Like I have the choice between research, or do I go for some kind of air balloon out of the active kind of play? And if I go ahead, you want to know what? I'm gonna go ahead and search my deck for a Capacious Buckets. I'm gonna use my Melonies while I have them. I will be going back into my deck, though. I think. Yeah. I just have to shuffle first before I go back into my deck. I'm going to change the order of operations here.
Yeah, it's always good to think out exactly what you're doing while you have the deck in your hands, too. A lot of players, you know, they're so used to PTCGO doing things for them that you don't realize that you have to think when you have the deck open and available and you're searching through your deck, you can see things. I think a lot of people have to practice doing that, the order of operations for when IRL play eventually.
Yeah, it's way different than just playing because PTCGO does a lot for you. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play Melony, get that energy back. So retreating is huge when it comes to this deck. I'm going to draw 3. I keep on getting really odd cards in my hands. I know that you don't play special energies, so I'm going to pitch away Fan of Waves, so just using my resources as carefully as possible. And go for the Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball, search my deck for an Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX. I'm gonna go ahead and go Level Ball, search my deck for a Sobble, because that sounds really hot. We're running a little bit low on Sobbles this game. I do believe I prized 2 Sobbles, so not the greatest. Now, right now I gotta try, the biggest thing when it comes to Ice Rider is which one do I choose?
Right.
Which one? Which attack do I choose? I can choose between Ride of the High King, that would do 130 damage, or do I go for the knockout with Max Lance? I mean, I think it's probably going to be a Max Lance turn if I ever saw one. Tricky Play saying, I like PJ's Alakazam V-Star marker. Is it Alakazam? I don't think it's Alakazam V-Star, but I think it is I was going to say I think it is Alakazam, but it is a Kadabra.
Yep, so Kadabra, so this is the last physically printed Kadabra card in existence for the TCG. Right before they had that little snafu with the lawsuit there. So it's the e-reader card, actually, from the e-reader series of cards. I think that was right before Diamond and Pearl, possibly. I'm not exactly sure.
No, that's way.
No, it was way before.
You're way off. That'd be before Ruby and Sapphire.
Oh yeah, you're right.
If you look at the thing on there from WOTC, I think it's probably a 2001 to 2002 card, because I know Ruby and Sapphire came out 2003. I'm gonna use your training course, even though I can't play stadiums. I can abuse yours. I'm gonna grab a Water Energy back, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pitch 2. Go ahead and turn 2, take 2 prize cards with Max Lance.
Okay. And here we go. The Shadow Rider's gone to the bin. Now, I'm gonna play. Oh, you know what? I forgot to proxy one of my cards. So, Luminion, or is that how you pronounce it? I can't.
Luminion, I think.
Luminion. I actually have as a water energy card, so I'll show everybody. The water energy card is Luminion, but the proxy is actually upstairs. So that's what happens. You know, we do that live on stream. But this is a new addition to the Shadow Rider deck. I've seen some people add in, which was Adventurer's Discovery from the Fusion Strike set. So we are going to do lots of digging now, because it can search out V-Star cards, it can search out your VMAX cards. So we're definitely going to do the both of the Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX cards, and then I think we're even going to do the Whimsicott V-Star. So now evolving all 3 of the Pokemon that can evolve on the field here with just 1 supporter card for turn.
Yeah, and I mean, in the case where that Luminion was actually a Luminion, and whenever you got to the point of playing it, it is one of those things where you could totally go ahead and search your deck for that Adventurous Discovery, getting yourself set up turn 1, or getting your Shadow Riders at turn 2. Really good way.
All right, so now the Whimsicott V-Star does Tricky Wind for 160. Your opponent can't play any tools or special energy from their hand during their next turn. And then the V-Star Power is actually an attack. It does 60 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon for each energy attached to this Pokemon. So I feel like in a deck like Shadow Rider that plays 14 basic energies, you know, we can swing for some pretty high numbers. So I'm going to go ahead and use Training Court this turn. So we've used the Training Court already. Now we're going to start loading up our boys here. We're going to go Shadow Rider, so we're going to use the Underworld Door, and I'll put my little coin on here.
Also, I see 9card entered in the chat. How's it going, 9card? How's it going, Crollo?
Hey.
How's it going, peeps? Hopefully everyone's having a wonderful Monday. Or whenever this video gets posted up on my channel, hopefully you're having a good day, regardless. It's one of those things where we're all chilling. I don't know, I've really been liking this format a lot.
Wow.
I don't like.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know if I'm just like, it's been so long that I catch a breeze of in real life cards and I'm like, I'm addicted, because I mean it's largely been a huge addiction for me since I was like 12 years old. But
right. All right, so we use Underworld Door 1. We're gonna use Underworld Door 2.
Ooh.
Here we'll draw another 2 cards, and then you know we can start swinging for some things here. We're gonna go and use a Fog Crystal, go into the deck. We're gonna get another Shadow Rider into play.
Cool.
Put that down on the bench. We're gonna manually attach an energy here.
Gotcha.
I will play from hand an Air Balloon to the active so I can start switching. And I know it's not for a lot, but we can start ramping up some damage here on your non-damaged Ice Rider. And I can start swinging, so 30, 60, 90, 100 damage. I'm going to swing Max Geist for 100. And
Yep.
they're chipping away.
How many, do you have any training courts in your discard pile?
I have 1 training court in my discard pile.
And you have 1 in play, gotcha.
Yep.
Okay, well, I was lucky enough to get a Sobble, so I'm going to play that down. I think before I go ahead and search out anything, my first step is probably just going to be using Melony here. Melony going ahead, attaching an energy to one of my V Pokemon, and I'm going to draw 3. 1, 2, 3. I know I'm probably just going to end up attaching another one here anyways, so I don't really see any reason why not to, because I'd like to attack this turn. I'm going to evolve into this Inteleon.
Sure.
And I'm going to use my Shady Dealings. And I'm going to search my deck for... I know Quick Ball is one of the cards that I want. And I know that... yeah, Quick Ball is definitely a card that I want. And the other card that I want is going to be Path to the Peak. Because I think shutting off your Shadow Rider's ability sounds really good, because now that I have the option to play that supporter down, I'm feeling really good about it. I will be going back into my deck. So I'm going to go Quick Ball away a Professor's Research. Search my deck for an Arceus V. So the way that I like playing this deck is going 3 prize card, 2 prize card, 3 prize card. Kind of creating this sandwich. I think that works out particularly nice. I don't think there's really much else I want to search for, though. I gotta keep double Sobbles down. If I evolve into a Drizzile now and you Marnie me or take out one of my Sobbles, I mean, it's not good. And I kind of like the cards that I have in my hands. So I'm just trying to play this one as smoothly and securely as possible. Let's, I'm going to use your training court to grab back a water energy. I think that sounds hot.
Yep.
I'm going to drop Path to the Peak, taking away your training courts so that you can't use any abilities. And right now I'm doing 130, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go Ride of the High King. I find if you're not getting a knockout with the Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX, and you're two-shotting, it's usually better to keep the energies on, just so you have options for next turn. So we're going to go ahead and leave it like that. So 130 to your active.
130 active, okay. We're going to find the one that says 130. We got our fancy Sword and Shield die. All right, here we go. Draw for turn. Okay, that is not a bad option. So I have some things that I can do here.
I mean, fingers crossed that you don't find one of the 2 of your training courts.
I mean, to be honest with you, I had the training court in hand, so I am going to play that down and get rid of that path.
There's those abilities again.
I'm going to go ahead and get the energy out of the discard with training court. And then we're going to do our underworld door for 1. Just to see if we can start to draw into some extra cards that we need. Okay, that's very good. And we're going to do underworld door 2. 2. All right. I'm going to use... We're going to do a play here. I don't know how good this is going to be, but I'm going to do an Ultra Ball play with 2 Psychic Energies.
Yep.
And I'm just going to thin the deck a little bit and get a Whimsicott V.
Sure.
Put all that in here.
So I'm assuming if you're grabbing a Whimsicott V, you're probably playing a supporter of some court to get it out of your hands. I think you only need the one Whimsicott per matchup.
Yes. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna Ordinary Rod.
Yep.
And get back the Shadow Rider VMAX, the Shadow Rider V, and the 2 Psychic Energies back into the deck.
Gotcha.
Now we got lots more energies to do energy things with. And then cards in hand, Zach?
I'm currently chilling with 6.
6. Okay. All right. I will then Ultra Ball again.
Okay.
With the Whimsicott V and a Quick Ball to go in and get a Shadow Rider VMAX from the deck. Shuffle it I'll shuffle it on stream here. Nobody wants to see. So I only have four Pokemon on my bench.
So you could bench another one.
I'm gonna put the Lumillion Water Energy.
Yeah.
I'll go and
let us know in the comments how you feel about PJ's Rogue Water Energy on the bench. I feel like he stole one of my cards from like a few hundred miles away.
All right, so we're gonna go in and get a Marnie.
I'm gonna start shuffling my hands. Goodbye, hands. Yeah. It was really good. If
Goodbye,
anyone wants to know exactly what was in my hand, that's what we were chilling with.
Oof. All right, I will Marnie with my 1 card at the bottom of the deck and draw 5 new ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
Oh, this is fine. Exactly what PJ wants to hear, right?
Yes, this is fine.
This is fine. Everything's fine.
I think I announced my second Underworld door.
You've already done 2, so you have 1 Underworld door left.
Okay, I will Underworld door a 3rd time now.
Yep. And if you ever find your opponent, like, it's good to keep track of things with a die, or you could tilt things sideways for the ability to use markers. Things like that are really helpful, just to keep everyone knowledgeable of what's going on. So even, like, since PJ's not in front of me, I'm going to mark my thing on the side, just so I understand what's going on with his board state.
Right.
So PJ needs to attach another energy in order to get a knockout this turn, and you still haven't attached one per turn.
I have not attached one. I will attach an energy here.
Yep.
And I'm going to use Max Geist for, let's see, 90, 180,
220,
210, 220 to take 3 prize cards.
How much HP does Shadow Rider have?
320. So right now I've got the 130 marker on it.
Okay, I was just making sure that I did all my math correct on points. I'm going to pick up for my turn. And I'm going to go Level Ball here. Search my deck for a Drizzile. This is why I did not evolve earlier. I'm going to go Drizzile, search my deck for my last Marnie, or not Marnie, Melony. Which is, I'm pretty sure it's in here. I'm almost positive I played this out correctly. Just want to make sure.
Yep.
You can never be too safe or too unsafe or whatever's going on. No, I'm definitely a man with a plan this game. I'm just hoping that this ends up working out. Because things get a little bit spooky.
Yes. Ooh, my ghost pony over here. All my ghost ponies on my side of the board starting to load up.
The ghost ponies versus the frozen ghost ponies. Or frozen ponies. I honestly don't even know. So I'm gonna Melony to the Arceus. Then I'm gonna draw 3. I'm gonna go ahead and Ultra Ball away an Arceus and a double turbo energy.
Ooh.
For an Ice Rider V. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to use my V-Star ability. This would be a really good game if I had Path to the Peak still. But right now I feel like we are chilling. I don't want this. I need to figure out a better card.
Yeah, 9 card stating that it's definitely hard using a single strike deck with all of the abilities, and I'm sure even with the stadium coming into play, knowing when all your abilities. So ability markers, if you're looking at playing IRL, definitely a good idea to look at picking up. You know, I'm using some coins because nobody ever uses the coins, so why not, right?
Yeah, I mean, whatever works best. I mean, I've definitely had some coins, some markers that I've had. You can even use a penny, a dime, like whatever works best for you, tilting it sideways, as long as you can kind of keep on track. I will be going back.
Use a crisp $100 bill.
Here.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go for a double turbo energy, which is gonna reduce my damage by 20. I'm gonna go Choice Belt so I can guarantee that I'm getting that knockout.
Add for 10. Sure.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna knock you out for 210 damage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna rip some energies into my V Pokemon in play. I'm probably just gonna attach the 3 energies there. And I like attaching an extra one here and there, just in case I want to discard one with Max Lance.
Alright, so I'm gonna draw for turn. And now we can pick up another energy out of the discard with the training court here. So now we're getting loaded. So I will wrong one. I'll bench another Shadow Rider V. We're gonna use Underworld Door 1.
Yep.
Then Underworld Door 2. Oh, you know what? Drawing cards also helps.
Drawing cards is also very good, yeah.
Alright, so we've got our other Shadow Rider. We're going to start to load Whimsicott with some energies. So I'm going to put an energy on Whimsicott. Feels very good. Okay, so I want to 30, 60, 90. We're still swinging for a lot of damage here.
I think you do 230, right?
Yeah, 230. So I am going to Boss's Order up your Ice Rider on the bench. And we are going to knock it out with Max Geist and take 2 prizes.
Yeah, that was definitely good on your end. I'm going to send this up for my turn, pick up, and then I'm going to go Boss's Orders, bring up your Crobat knockout for 210.
And there it is.
And there's the Path to the Peak that I was looking for the entire game. So,
you still got there.
Yeah, I mean, the path is nice. There's like, this deck feels very good, but very delicate. At the same time, but I mean, it showed that it's, it showed that it's really quick. I think it's,
oh yeah.
Kind of, like, that was kind of like, we didn't get to see the Whimsicotts, but I don't think, like, it's set up to the point. I mean, I know that PJ and I were discussing before this game, like, is it better to play Whimsicott or is it better to play Arceus? And I mean, Whimsicott's cool for content reasons. Not to say that it's bad or that anything else. It's just one of those things where Whimsicott's probably more traditional in a Shadow Rider deck because Arceus allows you to, makes you play double turbo energies and energy switch.
Right.
So it's one of those things where maybe that's better, right? Like, yeah. We'll have to figure that out as time goes on. Now, I know PJ, it's a busy day. Do we still have time to play like maybe another quick game?
Oh yeah, for sure. Let's
Okay.
let's get rolling, and we can play game number 2, maybe even get to a game number 3, dependent on
I don't want to let you
how
win,
well our
so
draws are.
we'll see how it's going.
All right, all right. Well, we're testing out these decks, so obviously if a test goes wrong, we can see it here first. So even though that these lists are brand new, we want to see if the cards are good, because, you know, why invest in some ideas if it doesn't seem like it's going to work out? So not only do we showcase brand new decks here on the channel, but we are also telling you what we think are good, and here's the reason why. I'm
Yeah.
going to set up my 7 cards, but I will definitely go first if we're playing
Oh yeah,
best of 3
100%.
scenario.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah. I think that's a fair point, because like Shadow Rider might get better this set, and you might be like, do I invest in Shadow Rider? Yeah, yeah, I see it.
right.
We good.
Right.
Do I invest in Ice Rider? Like, so far I've played Ice Rider a couple times. I really like this Ice
Yeah.
Rider deck.
Yeah,
It's,
and Ice Riders are relatively cheap. I know that Shadow Riders at one point were super expensive, similar to how Mew is now, just because it was the best deck out. Psychic always seems to be really good, though.
yeah, that's very true.
Oh, that's 2 mulligans. Here we go. I would
Yeah,
like you to
just
fill up
looking
your
like
hand.
that. Yeah, fill it up, PJ. Full tank of gas.
Full tank of gas. Hoping for turn 2 Marnie, right? Take it all away. It giveth and it taketh away. Wow. Okay, so there's 3 mulligans.
Are you sure you didn't throw any of those Ice Rider or the Shadow Riders off the table there, buddy? Or what's
Yeah,
going on?
I might have. Where are they?
I think the
Sleight of
viewership's
hand.
actually going up as I'm watching the live numbers. They're like, the people love to see you
Mhm.
mulligan, PJ. I think
Yes, I'm just
they're
gonna keep
they're only
going.
here to
Let's
see you get ridiculed, bro.
All right, all right, all right. So we're at
There's
4.
4. Jeez.
Woo!
PJ's actually not playing a Shadow Rider deck. He's more or less
No,
playing
I'm
a sneaky
just
Durant deck.
yes,
Decking
just
me
60
out.
60 energies. Actually, I do right next to me have a sneaky Durant deck, but we'll save that for another
Wow.
day.
Okay. Well, don't swap decks, bro. Did you get one
All
this
right,
time?
I did get one finally.
Okay,
We
everybody.
made it
Okay,
happen.
everybody. I know that you weren't expecting me to draw 4 mulligans, but you want to what?
Here we are.
I'm gonna draw all 4. That's the pro play, everybody. When your opponent mulligans, you
Perfect.
definitely want to draw them. I don't even know if you made my hand better for what it's worth.
Imagine having 4 mulligans.
Imagine
that you
having a
draw, and
hand
your
this
just-
big, like
and nothing in it.
yeah.
All right, here we go.
Tricky plays is like, don't forget Luminion is a Pokemon. Actually, yeah, I
Yes.
feel like PJ might have forgot some of that stuff.
I might have. I might have.
Just changing cards in his deck. Every single Shadow Rider
Okay.
deck plays a water energy.
Yes. Correct. Just the one of. All right, here we go. We're gonna draw for turn. I did get an energy.
Hot.
I got Whimsicott V for the bench. We're doing big things here. I'm going to Ultra Ball away a Psychic Energy and a Boss's Orders.
Hot.
Let's see what's in the deck. What's in the box? All right, we got a
I think
Crobat
Roddy
V.
Rich is in the box.
Victini deck mulligans might be less. You're right, Victini. I imagine that this deck plays. Let's see, 4, 6, 7, 8. I think 8 basic Pokemon, and it's still mulligans like that. All right, here we go.
Yeesh.
All right, so we got the deck. Got 2 cards in hand. We're gonna Crobat. And we're gonna draw 4 more cards. 1, 2, 3.
That's how many
4.
mulligans I drew, everybody. It's like a Crobat for free.
For free. We're gonna get another Shadow Rider for the
It's a
bench.
good setup, though. I mean, I do want to say, like, even though you lost last game, it was really close. You were a turn away from winning.
Exactly. You know, boss's order just had me, and it happens like that. Sometimes it be like that.
I also went first, right? So that extra turn could have been
Yeah.
huge for you.
Correct.
So, I mean, I guess that's really where we're going to see how this game plays out.
So we did double Fog Crystal for double Shadow Rider V. Have energy on board, energy and discard, which is always a little scary. And I'll pass to you, Zach.
Cool. I will pick up for my turn. That's exactly the card that I was not looking for, unfortunately. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play Level Ball. Search my deck for a Sobble. Level Ball. So the issue with my hand is that I don't have a water energy. So I feel like I'm slightly behind here. I mean, maybe your start's not as good as what it might seem. How am I to determine that, right?
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
I'm actually going to go ahead and quick ball away a Melony. I'm going to go back in, quick ball away Drizzile. Really awkward hand still. I'm going to search for... an Arceus V. And an Ice Rider Calyrex. I think this is kind of the ideal setup of the deck.
Oh, yeah.
Not bad, but also not good either. So I need to hope that you miss something, or maybe you'll just get the... I don't know if it's even possible for you to get a turn 2 knockout. But...
No, I feel like unless I draw the absolute stones here, it's not happening today.
Okay, so all shuffled up. I'm
Sure.
gonna go ahead and pass my turn to you.
Okay.
I think I might have
draw
played
for
120
turn.
quick balls there for what it's worth. I don't know if I needed that. I might as well. I should have probably kept that just in case anyone's. That's my thought process.
Gotcha. Alright, let's see. Well, we're definitely going to evolve active into the
Yep.
Calyrex VMAX. I don't think I ever need that. I'm gonna go ahead and Marnie.
Okay, that was my hand in
let's
case
see what
anyone was wondering. So I was trying to set it up to maybe if this got knocked out, or maybe I could just retreat with an air balloon or something, and maybe use Starbird, search my deck for enough to make a 2-shot. So we'll see how it goes.
Right.
I mean, Starbird can really change games, whether you have a dead hand or a good hand. I mean, it's still my first turn, and I can always attach, like, build up either an Arceus or an Ice Rider in a single turn.
Exactly. I will use Fog Crystal to thin the deck a little bit further. Let's see what else we have in here. I do have the last missing piece of the complete set of Shadow Riders, so we're going to put that right on the bench.
I mean, that's scary if you are able to get this set up relatively soon.
Alright. So, I'm going to... we're going to use Underworld Door here.
Yep.
1, 2.
There's something that's just so calming about using Underworld Door. Like, it's just, like, ASMR soothing.
Yes. Let's see. If the defender Pokemon is a basic Pokemon, it can't attack during your opponent's... I'm going to attach an energy manually to Whimsicott V, attach an air balloon to the active Shadow Rider, and retreat manually.
Yep.
Then I'm going to use Fluffy Obstruction, which only does 20 damage, but unless you can evolve, you really can't attack.
Gotcha.
So any basic Pokemon cannot attack this.
I'll pick up for my turn, pitch away an Arceus and a Water Energy. Search my deck for a V-Star. I'm going to go ahead, pull the trigger. Actually, you want to know what? I'm not going to pull the trigger because I top deck Melody. I'm going to see what I get first and then pull the trigger. I think that's, when it comes to sequencing 101, that's something that really works out. So my Arceus V-Star can attack. How much HP, though? You said...
190.
190, okay. So if I do go for the double turbo energy, I will need Choice Belt. So reasonably, what the Zach collection game is going to be double turbo energy, Choice Belt,
Yep.
Air Balloon. And that does get me the knockout, and I think that jumps me, like, kind of ahead in this game huge.
Right.
So let's go ahead, Melony to our Arceus. 1, 2, 3. I don't think I got it. Double turbo. Oh, maybe I do have it, actually. I need to go for the V-Star ability. So we're going to go ahead and use that. I mean,
Yep.
if I go ahead, so like I don't have to, you don't have to show what you're grabbing, but
But we will for the sake of the stream.
I will
here.
for the sake of this one, just so I can kind of plan everything out.
Sure.
If I grab, actually, you wonder what I was able to grab it. So I get double up turbo energy, choice belts. I have Drizzile in my hands, so I could go ahead and use shady dealings. So I thought I needed one more piece for it, but I actually don't. Now I could play Escape Rope and maybe attack into your Shadow Rider, but I think it's much healthier for me to attack. For me to go ahead and Air Balloon here. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that. I will be going back into my deck with Trinity Nova.
Okay.
So I'm going to attach these two here. Retreat. And I'm no longer a basic Pokemon.
Yep.
I'm a
It's swinging for
210.
210?
Yep, 210. And I'm going to attach the energies there.
Gotcha. So, see you later, Whimsicott.
And I'll attach to, how many energies can you attach this turn? Right now you only have one in play now? Or two?
I have 2 in play, yes.
And you could potentially attach up to 5, 7.
More next turn.
I mean, you could get the knockout, but I mean, I think that's probably the safest way to put it. Okay, yeah, and I will draw my 2 prize cards. That was a kind of huge swing turn. And I think, like...
That was a swing turn.
I think we all know that Arceus VSTAR is very good. It is one of those cases where, like, Starbirth there literally is turning a game around when I felt like I had a suboptimal start.
Right. Alright, perfect. So I will draw for turn. Alright, we're going to Underworld Door for the first.
Yep.
Here. 1, 2. Alright, alright. I'm going to, I think, manually attach.
Sure.
Play down a training court. And then I'm going to Marnie.
Gotcha.
Put 2 cards under.
My hand was also pretty good, too, with a lot of usable cards.
Yes. 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I'm gonna Ultra Ball away a Quick Ball and a Psychic Energy. Find another Shadow Rider here.
Yep. Yeah, 9 card, I totally agree with you. I think that just the combination of this literally fixes so many decks.
Right.
And I mean, like, PJ and I, like, maybe if you had access to Arceus VSTAR in your deck, I'm just thinking about, like, if that was an Arc, like,
coming back.
there's so many cool combinations.
Yeah. All right. So I manually attached. We're gonna use second Underworld Door here. Draw 2 more cards. 1 and 2. Well, that would have helped. I'll use the training court to get back one of the energies from the discard pile. We can't manually attach it yet.
You've used 2 Starbirths, right? Or it's 2 Underworld Doors.
2 Underworld Doors, yes. Yeah.
So I have Arceus VSTAR on my mind 24/7. Don't tell Michelle, everybody.
Shh. All right, here we go. So we're swinging. Let's see. 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 160, which is still not enough for a knockout, but it is something.
Is that what are you swinging?
Yeah, we're gonna hit Max Geist.
Gotcha. And I mean, I think that's totally a valid attack. It's the only thing that sucks is that, like, for anyone viewing at home, is that Arceus VSTAR is worth 2 prize cards, and we have a VMAX 2-shotting a VSTAR Pokemon. The numbers just tell me that that doesn't play out nice.
Doesn't seem
I'm going to pick up for my turn. I'm going to go ahead and... I actually think there's a way for me to knock... oh, I guess there is not a way for me to knock out your active this turn. There might be. If I go Ultra Ball. I mean, I think I'm still chilling here, even if I start two-shotting your active. So, I have two game plans that I might want to do. I have access to maybe Boss to win the game. I'm worried about a late game Marty that might shut me off. So I'm going to attempt to do it a different way. Let's go Ultra Ball these two away.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to start off by... I'm going to start off by going for Inteleon with quick shooting. And the other piece that I'm going to go Level Ball here.
Mm-hmm.
Search my deck for a Drizzile. And then the other piece that I'm going to be doing is... I'm going to go Shady Dealings there. I got to search my deck for something. I think I want to protect whatever I have going on. So I'm going to go ahead and Evolution Incense for an Ice Rider. And I'm basically one piece away from getting you into a two-shot. You were talking with Gabe, and we were saying how Single Strike might be a solid contender still because it will hit those V-Stars numbers easily.
Yeah.
I feel like Single Strike is not bad. I just feel like it's a worse Gengar in every single way.
Yes.
I know that I'm a Gengar stan, but that's like my honest and professional opinion. I think there's just no way that it's as powerful, unfortunately, because the numbers tell me otherwise.
Right. You can one-shot with Gengar so much easier.
Yeah, and you also have access to Path. Using Arceus to search out Path afterwards can literally, like, destroy a deck. We're going to go ahead and Professor's Research.
Mm-hmm.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go for Evolution Incense, search my deck for Drizzile, Shady Dealings, search my deck for Choice Belts.
Choice Belt on an Ice Rider is just
I'm
insane.
going to go back in with Capacious Buckets. Search out these two. And this is where the deck gets these big numbers. Like, I think Ice Rider, like, largely is one of the decks that gain the most. Because I'm putting PJ in almost a checkmate position here.
Right.
I'm going to attach for my turn here. Choice Belt. Actually, I don't know. If I knock out another one, I don't know what you'd even feed me. It's okay, I'll figure that out later. We'll go ahead, retreat here. I'm gonna go quick shooting on your active for 20 damage.
Yep. Sure.
I'm just gonna double check here. How many training courts do you have in your discard pile?
I have none.
Okay. Regardless, I'm still gonna go Path to the Peak here. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go max lands, putting you to 300 damage. So that means you have to knock out my Inteleon in order to avoid getting 3 cards next turn. If you don't knock out my Inteleon and try to knock this out, like, I think like I have a lot of Pokemon set up here to really put myself in a strong position.
So did you have 3 energies on your Ice Rider active?
Yeah, so I had the 2 from the Arceus, and now I have an extra one. So if you don't get the 320 this turn, which requires you to have, 10 energies in a band, or 11 energies, which I think is impossible. I just think we big chillin' here.
Yeah, for Sure. Okay, so I drew an energy card. The only thing I can do because of that path is just swing in for 100 and well, 190, right?
One,
I
two,
only have
three,
5 energies.
5 energies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have one on the Shadow Rider, so it's 6. Oh yeah, yeah. 190, 190, 190.
Oh yeah. So I have one. I have 6 energies now. So 180, 190.
Are you attacking with max, guys? Or are you still?
I'm still thinking about it
Gotcha.
because like the only thing I can use is Adventurous Discovery, in which I was going to go in and get this, and you know, not checking your prize cards beforehand will get you.
Definitely
kids.
can hurt you, punish you. It's one of those things. I'll shamelessly plug myself. I now offer coaching on
Yeah.
Metafy. So if you want to
Right.
learn how to properly search through your deck to identify your prize cards, I do have a session planned around
Yeah.
that. I mean, it's something that I think I can definitely help players grow on.
And then
if you don't get punished like PJ, I guess.
yeah, seriously, I love the punishment. Anyway, this is pretty much sealing the game because I have nothing left to do, and you have the ability to potentially get a boss's order, KO the Crobat, the Shadow Rider. At this point, I would just scoop, but we will play it out, and I'm gonna swing for 190 into your Shadow Rider and hope for the best here.
Gotcha. So I'm gonna attach an energy for my active. I'm gonna go ahead and go quick shooting here. Draw 3 prize cards off the active.
Yeah.
So having a pretty huge turn there, and then I have the boss's orders as well to bring
In
up
hand.
whatever I really want, to be honest, except the Shadow Rider.
Yeah.
So if you didn't have an evolved on the bench, I could have got a knockout like escape rope as well. Could have attacked with the Arceus VSTAR as well if I need an extra energy. Like I had a lot of resources just chilling here.
There's so many things you can do.
So I mean, overall, I think well played, PJ. It's Shadow Rider. I think Whimsicott is. I'll debunk it. I don't think it's great right now.
No, I don't think so either. Not unless big basics become a thing, because then I think that the V can put in some work. But it seems to me that this one's just gonna go into the other folder in the decks that we're testing here for the Shuffle Squad for Brilliant.
But I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to revisiting it with Arceus VSTAR. I think that might be really cool. So by all means, maybe we'll put that onto our list for future testing. But if anyone's a fan of Whimsicott, I think it's good to be a fan of it at the back of your binder, or maybe wait for a better format to see play in. That being said, I appreciate every single person who turned into watching this stream or watching this video. By all means, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. If you're watching this on the Shuffle Squad, subscribe to the Shuffle Squad and subscribe to the Zach Lesage channel. If you're watching this on the Zach Lesage channel, subscribe to Zach Lesage and check out the Shuffle Squad. Give them a subscription there. I do create regular content there. I know PJ and I usually try to play tabletop at least once a week. So stay tuned for more future great content. All the lists are in the description, and I'll catch up with everyone later.
Yep, take care, everybody. Thank you for joining.
Peace out.